Welcome to an introduction to the Depth and Complexity Framework, brought to you by J. Taylor Education and the Center for Depth and Complexity. The Depth and Complexity Framework was developed in the mid-1990s by Sandra Kaplan and Bette Gould. Their goal was to create a pedagogy that inspired critical thinking and empowered students to take ownership of their learning. The Depth and Complexity Framework easily embeds into your current curriculum and instruction and aligns with both district and school initiatives. Best of all, it is easy to differentiate and saves time for teachers in the long run. The Depth and Complexity Framework is comprised of 4 different parts. The most universal piece that you see with the Depth and Complexity Framework are the original 11 iconic prompts. These iconic prompts are divided into 2 groups. You have on top the depth icons, which help students to dig deeper into the content and think from the concrete to the abstract. Then below that, you have the complexity icons, which help students and teachers to make connections among learning experiences in the real world. Each of these icons are meant to be used with thinking skills and are naturally differentiated to encourage higher level thinking. The next piece of the depth and complexity framework is the content imperative icons. These iconic prompts are terms that unlock the meaning of an area or topic of study. They provide students with a prompt to initiate in-depth inquiry about the subject matter and focus on the investigation of a topic, from a broad general area to a more structured and specific one. A great thing about the content imperatives is they can be used independently and are very effective, but they were designed to be used in partnership or pairings with the original depth and complexity icons. The next piece of the framework is thinking like a disciplinarian. When students are encouraged to think like a disciplinarian, they are becoming the expert. They are using the language, tools, thinking skills, and products that are inherent to that discipline. By assuming the role of the disciplinarian, students explore the advanced, sophisticated, and complex concepts of the discipline, as well as make connections across the disciplines. The final piece of the depth and complexity framework is universal concepts and generalizations. So, in a universal concept such as change, the generalization might be change is inevitable. Universal concepts and generalizations provide a scaffolding or organizational system to classify information among the different disciplines. This type of teaching facilitates greater retention of subject matter as students make connections within, among, and across the disciplines. And it necessitates the use of critical and creative thinking, problem solving, and research skills in an integrated and contextual manner. The depth and complexity framework answers the question, how can educators prompt students to go beyond a basic understanding of content and elicit critical thinking at an expert level, regardless of the topic or content?